This is my OnePlus 6T. I've had this phone for a couple years now, actually. I previously was using the OnePlus 5T, but I thought, let me change it. Look at it. I'll take the case off to look at the back and look at that beautiful phone. Sorry about the reflection. The sides look good. The back looks immaculate, basically a bit dirty, but looks very good. The front, good. Not any major scratches at all. The other side with the volume rocker looks perfectly alright. As you can see, I have been using this a lot. The charging port looks a little bit used. But yeah, it looks good. I did replace the battery on this one recently, but the volume rockers are working just fine. It's a OnePlus 5T. What do you expect? The rockers feel nice. Compared to the 5T, it's not as good in terms of build. The back is a bit plasticky, whereas the 5T was made from metal. It's a little bit different. So here's the 5T. The 5T, yes. It looks nice. The notch is different. I prefer the notch on the 6T. It's a little bit smaller. And I do miss the fingerprint scanner. It's now gone from this phone, but I'm not gonna lie, I like the back of the 6T. I always wear a case on my phone, so the back doesn't matter. The flashes are a little bit different locations. I prefer the flash on the 5T. It's a little bit bright in the 6T, but overall, it's alright. The fingerprints show up more in the 6T, but with the phone case, there's no problems. They are basically the exact same size, except there is no headphone jack, as you can see. And as you can clearly see, they have been used. Look at those charging ports, used over and over again. But yeah, the phones are very similar in size, similar weights. Let me put that away real quick. But yeah, it's a really good phone. It's got a fingerprint scanner in the front. It's a little bit slow, but it does work. The screen is a little bit different. The fingerprint scanner is at the back for the 5T. Nothing in front really. But yeah, the phone does feel good in the hand. It's thin. The fingerprint scanner is the old generation fingerprint scanner. So it takes a picture instead of doing the ultrasonic scanning. But it does work. It takes about 2-3 seconds. It's pretty quick. It's got a better refresh rate than the 5T. It never slows down, honestly. One of the fastest phones I've had in a long time. The cameras, they work well. I use open camera because for some reason in the 6T on the normal camera, there's a watermark at the bottom right, but in the 5T you don't get that watermark. That's a little bit annoying. But anyway, the battery life is a little bit bigger on the 6T, so which is great. And as you can see on the battery life percentage, let me get that into focus, 83%, which is not bad. Basically, when I first got this phone, the battery life was questionable. Then I fixed it. But let me do what I do normally. Let me just check the whole phone, check if everything's working, volume, battery percentage, and screen resolution. So I'm gonna run a test just to see, first of all, is the proximity sensor working? So on my last phone I did this as well. Whenever I buy a OnePlus, I can use this to see if it's working fine. So the sensors are working, which is great. This is for raise your phone to wake or swipe to take a picture. So that works perfectly. There's no issues on that, which is really good. I normally do this when buying a phone just to make sure it's just, I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's. So it's checking a few other internal bits. You can't really see because the brightness on my camera is a little bit up. But the checks are coming back just fine. I don't see many issues with that. So far, so good. Let's go on the next test if that's possible. So I'm going to check if the buttons are working, basically. So the power button, the volume buttons, they turn black. They work good. So this phone's good. The volume rocker works as well. They all turn black. So everything's working on this phone. Let's check if 1 finger, 3 fingers, 5 fingers, everything works. And yep, they change based upon the fingers that are on the screen. So, okay, perfect phone from what I can see. Yes, it's gonna say the same. So that's all right. Now, time for dead pixels. Red, I don't see any difference. Green, nothing. So yeah, if it was a dead pixel, I'd see a white dot somewhere. So I'm looking for 8 gray lines in here, and I can see 8. So that's perfect. No issues on there. That's 8, which means there's no screen burn-in, which is very common with these old OLEDs. Camera, back camera, fine. Front camera, so where you can see what I can see basically, should be also working, but the flash should also work. Yeah, so the flash is fine, looks all right. It's not the brightest flash, but it works. The 5T's flash is a lot better, brighter. Yeah, the camera is working, the focus is all right, and yes, I'm recording this on the iPhone, so that's why the quality is a bit different for this video. But yeah, the front camera works perfectly. No issues there. Alright, speaker, playing on the speaker. You can't hear this. I can. It sounds alright. Alright, good on you. Front speaker for calls, no problem there again. The screen just turned a little bit green because of the focus, but that should change once I move down a little bit. Microphone, I'm going to talk to it. Alright, that works fine. No problem there. That's all normal. Insert, I'm not gonna insert a headphone, I ain't got time for that. A vibration works just fine. Nothing is abnormal on this phone, so I have a good one. My last OnePlus didn't have everything pass. It's quick. It's one of the quickest phones I have had. The 5T was quick, and so is this. It's just a little bit faster, but you can't tell too much. All the apps are fine. It has a good Android version on it, so no delays, no issues, no security flaws that I can see. But let me get one of my Geekbench apps to see what I can do. Normally I use Geekbench 5, but 6 is out now, so 6 is what I'm gonna use. Let's just see how this comes out. Normally I would run it for a long time, but with the power of editing, you will only have a few short seconds of it. The actual test will run for about 35 minutes, but you will get a very short time. But yeah, on the sides, you can open Google as well. If you swipe from the corners like that, the Google Assistant also opens. But yeah, the test should be finished by now. So let's see where we are with this test. Yeah, I like this phone. All right, let's go. So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward everything for you so you don't have to see all the tests that I have to go through. So let's go. Perfect. Test over. So it got 538. Oh, my phone just turned off. Let me just turn that back on. Perfect. 538 and 1811. So these scores are higher than the OnePlus 5T. So this phone shows that it's a lot faster than the OnePlus 5T already, just by the scores themselves. But yeah, it's quick, it's responsive. I've never had it slow down once. I've had like 30 apps open all at once with no issues whatsoever. Look at how fast it goes through the UI. 8 gigs of RAM. Let me just get that a bit open. AMOLED, Android 11. What's this? Snapdragon 845. It's a really good phone. Thanks for watching. Peace.